I think I'd say yes, but considering the cliffhanger at the end, and also the entire cast of Pirates of the Caribbean defended Johnny Depp, so they're all by his side, so I don't see why they wouldn't come back if he said yes. That's probably why they did not say yes yet, because they're all still friends to this day. But
Yeah,
like if all of the cast was back, if it was just Johnny, okay, but it doesn't really make sense because the ending ended on a cliffhanger where it affected Will and Elizabeth.
right.
So I would like to see Will and Elizabeth, but I would watch it. I'm gonna watch anything that Pirates comes out with to review it. If it's good,
Right.
I will tell you it's good. If it's shit, I'm gonna tell you it's shit. And all
Right.
female Pirates of the Caribbean doesn't make sense already on the boot. Uh,
Well,
is this just a cameo? Because originally they just wanted to have him in a cameo for the all female Pirates movie. So where it's a
why
crew
would
of
they?
all girls. Yeah, because that crew of all girls definitely wouldn't get fucking brutally destroyed and raped. That wouldn't happen, especially in the world of Pirates of the Caribbean, which is even more brutal than the real pirate world because there's magic and shit.
Why would you pay Johnny millions of dollars for him to show up for a cameo in a Pirates movie?
Because that's what he would suggest. I want millions of dollars if you're gonna bring me in for this, and I'm not gonna be in the movie. I'm not in the movie, but you want me in the movie, then yeah, you're gonna pay me a fuck ton. That's what I would say. Like fuck you. You want me to show up for 5 minutes when these I made these movies? The reason these movies exist is because of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
pay me millions of dollars to show up for 5 minutes. Fuck you.
Yeah. I don't think he would
Blame
do
him.
that
I
to
don't blame
Jack
him.
though.
I'm fucking.
Yeah.
I've had Johnny Depp's back since the fucking beginning.
I don't think that he would do that to Jack though. I think he would want to give Jack a proper send off film. I feel like if he is gonna come back, then
One would think. One would think.
I just like if Pirate 6 does happen, do you think it's the last one? It would have to be, right?
Well, it's supposed to be. That was the plan. There was literally
Yeah.
a. They had an entire. I don't know why they don't just go back to the plan. Why do you have to switch it all up and be like, oh, we have to do a spin-off now or something for? No, you don't. Just like you should have just waited for all this to cool off, like it did, and just go back to the original plan, which was to finish the story with 6 movies. That's it.
That was the plan the whole time, right?
Yeah, and
Like,
it was to bring
yeah.
back Will and Elizabeth, and Will and Elizabeth get to live happily ever after. Davy Jones gets a send off, and so does Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow, and like and Mr. Gibbs, and I think that would be great because Barbossa's dead now, right? But Barbossa's daughter lives on, and Will's son lives on. And they end up together. Like it would work. Like, 4 and 5 were iffy, but like 6 could be really fun.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I know people don't like 3 as much, but I love 1, 2, and 3. I think they're a perfect trilogy. And right now, if I were to show somebody Pirates of the Caribbean, I'd say those are the 3 movies. There is no 4
You
and
wouldn't
5.
show them you wouldn't show them 4 and 5, no?
No. If anything, I would skip 4 and show them 5.
I know that you're a defender of 5, but you don't like 4
I
at
don't
all?
like 5 either. I would just
Oh.
say that 5 is good because of the only reason 4 and 5 are good is because of the chemistry between Jack and Barbossa having to work together. That's why
Yeah.
4 and 5 are good. Because
Yeah.
they actually work together a lot, and they're kind of like the dynamic duo throughout those 2 movies, and
Yeah.
I like that more.
Yeah.
They're not together the entire time, but instead, so Barbossa fills in for Will in those 2 movies.
Yeah.
He's like the Will character who's like, at the juxtaposition how in the first 3 we're jumping back and forth between what Jack's doing and between what Will's doing. Well,
Yep.
in 4 and 5, it's Barbossa and Will or Barbossa and Jack, and I like that. It works. You don't get to see Jack the Monkey until 5, so
4 and 5 though feel like completely different movies.
Because here's the thing: you could skip 4 entirely.
You could, yeah.
You could skip 4 entirely and have 5 start, and you don't need 4. Nothing happens in 4 that continues on. The only thing that sucks is that they still have not shown, and I would love this for 6. Can you bring Rigetti and Pintle back? Please?
Yeah.
Like, those guys are the best. I don't know if those actors are still alive.
But if they are going to do something with pirates, they have to do it soon because, like, a lot of them
it's implied that Rigetti and Pintle were killed by Blackbeard in 4. Because in 4 they say that all of Barbossa's top people were killed. Yeah. Almost all of Barbossa's top people were killed by Blackbeard, which would be Rigetti and Pintle.
Fuck, man.
So it's implied that they died, but Rigetti and Pintle actors.
Yeah, I mean, if they're still alive, I mean, Disney retcon shit all the fucking time, so you can just bring them back.
Okay, Mackenzie Crook, who plays Pintle, the guy with the fake eye.
Mm-hmm.
He's 53, so he could definitely come back.
Jeremy, don't tell your.
No, I'm sorry. He's Rigetti.
Jeremy, do not tell your girlfriend that, bro.
Who plays Pintle?
But yes,
Lee Arenberg plays Pintle. He's 62, so like they're both around. It's just like, why didn't they bring them back? They killed them off screen. Like, that's so. These dudes are like the best. You know what that is? You know how fucking stupid that is that they made that move? That in 4 they're just not in it and they're not part of the crew. And here's the thing. I would imagine that maybe they didn't want to come back for some reason. There could have been some contractual thing behind the scenes that we don't know about that made these 2 actors not want to come back. But in my eyes, that's like killing off R2 and C-3PO off screen and being like, yeah, they're just not around in the sequel trilogy at all.
I mean, I would have rather them not be, but
yeah, but no, not off screen though.
Yeah.
Like, they at least like, there's not even a flashback of them like protecting Barbossa and getting killed protecting Barbossa or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, they just not there. There's no mention of them at all.
Right.
Like, they're part of the ship, part of the crew, bro. They've been there since day 1. They're ride or die. Like, they're ride or die. They have had multiple moments to leave, and they always go back to the Pearl. They always go back to the Pearl every time. Like, those are the homies, and like they don't show up again. So I like to think that they made a fuck ton of money and just dipped off, and like they're just chilling on an island with mad bitches, just doing their thing.
I mean, I don't blame them.
That's what I like to think. They're rich as fuck, living a life. Rum in hand, women on the shoulder. They're just living the life. I don't like to think that they're dead because I think that's stupid. Unless they died valiantly. They don't show us them die valiantly to protect Barbossa or anything. So like that's and then the 2 British guys that used to be like the British Guard that are in the first 2 movies, they're part of Barbossa's crew and they lived. So it's like, what happened to Rigetti and Pintle? Like, you could show Rigetti and Pintle protecting them, maybe, or something. Like, but you don't. Right. They don't have them at all. And again, it could be some contractual thing where the actors didn't want to come back. But I would much rather prefer just that they retired. They're chilling. They're hanging out on like Tortuga, and just living the life rich as fuck.
Yeah.
Maybe they
But
even both get farms next to each other and grow tobacco and have kids. You know what I mean? Like, and like grab families. Like those two, just they deserve it. Those guys are the homies.
I also though wouldn't mind if they just chose to retcon it and then brought them back for 6.
Bring them
I
back for
just
6. Yeah, have them be on that farm. It's like, oh, we need 2 more members of the crew that we haven't gotten yet. Like they go, they find Mr. Cotton with his parrot. He's like old as fuck, but he can still drive the boat. You know, like he's
yeah.
the helmsman.
Yeah.
And then they go and get Brigetti and Pintle, and they go and get Marty, the little midget. They go and get everybody to come back. Like,
Everyone's got to be there.
Yes.
Everyone's got to be there.
It's got it. And Will and Elizabeth, and the only one they're missing is Barbosa.
Yeah.
Which will be sad, but his daughter will be there. You know what I mean? So like you could do this. It'd be so fucking cool, man. Like,
but they're not gonna do it. They're gonna have Johnny show up at the end of the all-female Pirates movie.
Probably. No, he'll be a cameo. He won't even be at the end of it. He'll be in the middle of it at some point. He'll be like, "This is the way you need to go, love. Have I met you somewhere?" And then she'll slap him because fuck him, he's a man. So she'll slap him and then he'll leave. I don't think Johnny Depp will do it if Jack gets humiliated. I don't think he'll do it.
Well, yeah, I think Johnny would only agree to doing this if Jack gets treated right. Also, he probably would want to have creative control, and I can't blame him.
Jack the same way that he used to. Yeah, he said, "I'll come back for. I want to see if he gets them fucking llamas, bro." That's what he alpacas.
Bro, if they throw like $100 million on him, are you telling me that he would turn that down? $100 million?
Yes, he'd get more.
All right, no, but I'm saying no one's that bitter to turn down $100 million.
I think I would be if I had
$100 million though.
Roman, if I had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, and the people that fucked me over told me, "Well, we'll give you another 100 million to come back," we're not going to publicly apologize to you either. I'd be like, "I want a lot more." A public apology.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, probably. I don't want a Pirate 6 unless Johnny is fully on board.
Pun fully intended there too. But yeah, no. I
didn't even think about that, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't want Johnny, which he's not going to, but I don't want Johnny to sell out if Disney says, "All right, we'll throw you $400 million for a cameo."
Yeah.
I don't think Johnny would do that. I don't think he would do that. But what I could see is,
who knows, man. If he did, I'd be disappointed. But like, I can't say he won't.
I think he would do it for free if Disney said sorry. I honestly think that he would do it for free if Disney said sorry because he doesn't need that money.
I don't think so. I wouldn't do
it
for
so?
free. No, I'm at least taking some money for them fuckers for all the money they made me spend for having to go to court without their defense.
What would be, if you're Johnny, what would be your asking point? I would start at 300 million if I'm him.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
300 million and 300 alpacas or whatever the fuck he said. Yeah.
So would bro, Pirates is dead if they spend 100+ mil on Depp. I just don't see a budget that high making money.
Doesn't mean it's dead. It just means that it's gonna have a super fucking high budget.
I mean,
They would be.
whole
They would absolutely be going into that venture knowing that they're losing money, or likely would. The whole point of it would to be they would be banking on the fact that Johnny Depp is returning for the finale of Pirates of the Caribbean, and that is the final
that
nail in
would be the selling point.
that's the selling point. That's what would get people to show up. And if they did get a good writer, if they got Gord Verbinski back, if they got everybody else back, Hans Zimmer, I believe, did the music. If they got him back,
Yeah.
then I think all of that would be enough that. I mean, look at Top Gun Maverick, man. You never expected it. When nobody ever expected Maverick to be what it was. I think it's totally possible. Like, it's totally possible that it could end up being like a movie like Maverick, but it has to hit those levels. You have to even have the little clip at the beginning of Johnny Depp thanking the fans for fighting for him for years, because we have been, right? You have to have the recognition of this would not be possible if it wasn't for you. And then you have to have the people that come out after the first weekend and say, this movie's fucking amazing. Everybody go and see it. So you have
Yes.
a lot riding on it to make it profitable. But there is a way to do it. You just need to have love and care put into the writing, the direction, the acting. All the actors need to be fully in. And I think they would be. If you got the right cast. If you brought back the original cast, I think they'd all be for it. Because, like the movie or not, Jurassic World Dominion made a lot of money, and that had the original cast in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So go
You
figure. I mean,
you can't just slap Pirates of the Caribbean on it and it'll make money. I think it has to have Johnny. It has to
yes,
have Johnny.
it does. I think it. No, I think it'll make some money if it has Pirates of the Caribbean on it, like a spinoff. But it does absolutely have to have Depp at some point.
Yeah. Yeah. I just don't I don't want him to be a cameo, bro. He's so much more than that. He's so much more than that.
Give me,
But
give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna be right back.
all right. Bet.
Keep it going. Keep talking pirates.
Yeah. Nah, but would y'all want a Pirate 6? Because see, I wouldn't be so wanting Pirates 6 if Pirates 5 didn't have that ending cliffhanger. That's the only thing. Like, yes, I get that the plan was 6 movies, but I still think studios should be looking at making cheaper movies. Godzilla -1 comes to mind. I don't I don't disagree with you, but at this point, I think that Pirates is kind of like old enough to the point now that I think that you can kind of consider Pirates to be like a legacy franchise that I think deserves um a a, a proper send off. And I think if you're gonna get Johnny back, say that all of the chips fall, that movie better have a fucking massive ass budget. Like, I, I do agree with your point, Crimson, but it's Pirates of the Caribbean. It it has to have, like, if this is Johnny's send off to the series, it has to have like big ass budget. Um, to this question, actually, honestly, I'm saying let them fight. I'm saying let them beat the fuck out of each other. Um, see, right? Yes, exactly. Now, I will say, if what Elon said is true, I'm on his side, but also the liberals are fucking dumb for trying to say that we can rehabilitate him. He's not on their side. He's not on their side. Elon still one of y'all. I'm talking about the right winners. He's still one of y'all. So I don't care really what happens here because Trump's still going to be in office. It's not like, election season, and Elon's still going to wake up tomorrow, the owner